Hi, my name is Caroline. Welcome to my channel, my little corner of the internet where I talk all about cross-stitch, sewing, knitting and all the other crafty things I get up to. It's so nice that you clicked on my video. Thanks for being here and I hope you will stay for a while and spend some time with me. So yeah, sorry, got a little bit distracted. We have a guest again, Mario. Hi. Does it mean we will have a lot of bloopers again? Let's see. I actually had a plan today to have a short intro, get right into stitching and then do all the live update at the end in case you're not interested, which is totally fine because it's been, has it been 3 weeks or 4 weeks? I don't know exactly, but it's been a while since my last regular update and yeah, I got a lot of stitching done. I had 2 finishes, 5 new starts and 4 whips in the time since I last filmed a regular video. I had my craft room tour in the middle of that and yeah, just for fun I wanted to show you something quickly. It's my art jar from since I last filmed. Look at that. Oh, I got so much stitching done. It's, yeah, just for fun. But I promised you a quick intro, so let's hop right into it, shall we? I had 2 finishes in the last 3 weeks and both of them are finishes in themselves, but the whole project isn't finished because they're part of a series, I guess. So yeah, let's just get started with that. The first one is this one. It is The First Day of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews. I got this as a little real goal last time and I actually managed to finish this. This is on a 36 count antique white linen by Zweigart, stitched with the call for DMC 2/2, but I changed the snowflake stars to a light blue that appears in the second day of Christmas because they were charted for in black and I didn't like them in black. So yeah, I started this at the end of December and finished it at the end of April. I don't have the exact dates, but it's not important, I guess. So with this one, I need your help, please. Yeah, I love it. I love how it looks. I love how plump and gorgeous it looks in the camera and in person. But this was such a pain to stitch. The 2/2, I like it on other projects, but on this one, the needle was sticking into my finger. It was so hard to stitch and it looks nice, but it was not a joy to stitch at the end. And the thing is, I want to do all 12 of them and then make a quilt and a wall hanging or something. We have the cat, so sorry, if he is meowing, he's fine. He's just very talkative. You are, aren't you? Come here. Come here. It's my coffee. I promised you a quick intro, but yeah, cats. So what I was saying was, yeah, oh, you are so sweet. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. He loves that thing, so will you stay there? Yeah. Will you stay there? I mean, that would be ideal. Let's see. Okay, so I really do not want to stitch all 12 of them 2/2 on that fabric. I have enough fabric for all of them. So my options now are 1, to stitch all the other ones 1/2 on the same fabric, but then the first one wouldn't match and I guess they would be way softer. Another option would be to change up the fabric to 40 count to 1/2 or the 32 count to 2/2. I would have to stitch that again, which I wouldn't. If I would do that, I would change the border color on all of them to maybe a dark green, because the black is a little bit harsh, I think. Maybe do another color than white. I don't know. What would you do? I could also use sulkies and do 1/2, but I don't know if I can really change all the colors. Help, please. How do I go on with those? Because I want to continue the series. If I have to, I will stitch that again, but yeah. Give me your opinion, please. And this one is a Christmassy project bag I made. My next finish was a start and a finish in a day. I have to back up here a little bit. So at May 1st, I think, I was watching the video of the Handworkmaniac. And at first I had not planned to do any mania or something like that, but she inspired me. And now I'm doing mania. So the way I am doing it, I'm starting all the things in May. As little or as much as I would like. We will talk about that a little more in plans later on. But yeah, so I'm just starting things in May that I've wanted to start for a while maybe. And then what I want to do next year is what Handworkmaniac is doing. So if the whip is still around on that day I started it this year, I will stitch on it. If not, I will have a new start. But we will see in a year. So on May 2nd, I had a new start. And I finished it in the same day. And it's can you? No, sorry. I will show it to you this way. Yeah. So this is what I did. This is Summer Catch Etching by Heart in Hand Needle Art. And it's a 4-part series with all the seasons. This was spring, this is summer, and this is a band, and I will stitch all 4 seasons going down. I am doing this with varied overdyes. The brownish is the called for Classic Colorworks Sticks and Twigs, and the other colors I used just what I had in stash and what yeah, seemed good. So this is a linen band, no name, that is approximately 28 count. So I stitched this 2/2. This is about 1,200 stitches, that motif, and I did it in a day because it was gorgeous and so easy to stitch. And I love how this is turning out, and just pretty and easy to stitch. So yeah. And it's a finish, but also there will be the other 2 seasons added on here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to stitching some more on this, maybe later in the year, or who knows when that will be. And yeah, that's my 2 finishes. And let's talk about all my new starts so far next. The first new start I'm going to show you, I started April 17th, and it is Willies Quaker Square number 7 by Monasterium Designs, out of the Gift of Stitching magazine. It's this one. And yeah, I got quite a bit done on this, and I need a board or something similar. Let's try the project bag. Yeah, it works. Okay, yeah, so you can already see I'm doing quite a different colors than on the picture. This is, what is this? This is, give me a minute. I'm out of practice, I guess. So this is 36 count, picture this plus Highland linen, and I'm stitching it with a DMC Coloris 1/2. So let's come a little bit closer. Yeah, that's where I am. So far I got quite a bit done. I think this is at like 60 or 70%. And the DMC I'm using, I didn't write down the color number. If you want to know, please leave me a comment and I will look it up for you. Or I have it on my Instagram as well, but yeah, so it's that one. I have to say, this is okay, it's nice. For me, the color change is a little bit too stark, especially the yellows and blues. I tried to stitch diagonally then to make it a little more cohesive. Yeah, I think it will be fine in total, but if I'm doing like this highly variegated again, I don't know. Do you have tips? Maybe it's just too variegated for my taste, but yeah. All in all, I like this. Maybe not my most favorite project ever, but it's a quick one. It's a smaller one, so all good there. Then on April 21st was a special day because it was my 1 year of stitching anniversary. Yep, a little over a year ago I started cross stitching, and I plan to do a special start for that day. This one, Parchment Tapestry by Rosewood Manor, and I had a Zoom meeting the night before, and everyone that was there saw me struggling to get this into markup RXP. It was hard. I didn't manage to do it too well. It works now, but I cannot, it doesn't recognize the symbols, and it doesn't show me my progress and stuff, but I can mark off. So that's all I need. And I started this, and this is the progress of a day. Yeah. So pretty. This is 40 count cream and sugar linen by Fiber on the Whim. And all they called for weeks dye works, and it's so pretty. Look at it. 1/2. I love the variegation. I love how soft it looks. It's obviously just folded to make it easier to show you, but yeah, I'm super happy with that start. I can show you all the colors as well. Here we are. Yeah. Super nice. Enjoying this very much. I haven't stitched on it since then, I think, but that's mostly because I started Mania. Not because I don't like this. Okay, then, as I said, what's the word in English? I decided on a whim that I'm going to do Mania. One piece though I had already planned to start on May 1st. So there is Manning May, SAL, hosted by, let me have a look at my cheat sheet, Canvas Stitcher, Marjorie Maid, Seattle Stitcher, and the Museum Stitcher. And yeah, it's to inspire you to stitch on some Carolyn Manning pieces. And this is one that I had in my stash for almost a year, so almost since the beginning. And I haven't started it yet, and yeah, that's what I did on May 1st. And this is my progress. So that crazy fabric is hand dyed by me with some ice dyeing and then some beige batik color on top. It doesn't show that well from back there, but if you go a little bit closer, it looks great. So I'm using almost all the called for gentle arts, except for 2 that I didn't have, and I substituted classic colorworks that were similar. So yeah, but I think I have almost all the colors in already. This, yeah, so this is slow going because there's so many color changes and little bits and bobs, but it's not too big a pieces. I think like this is a quarter of it. So yeah, this is 32 count linen that I dyed, and I'm doing it 2/2 because the fabric is quite mottled and yeah, colorful, and I wanted the threads to pop on it. Okay, stitched on that also only one day on May 1st. May 2nd, as I said, was the start and finish of Summer Catch Etching. And then May 3rd is a piece that I also had in my stash for a while and then tried to start it a few weeks ago, but the floss didn't work out. And then finally started it May 3rd. It's Albert and Effie by Longdog Samplers. I chose that one because I just love the description on their website, the story they are telling about that piece. I don't know, it spoke to me. And that's, whoops, what I have. Okay, you cannot see anything like that. Let's try it this way. Yeah, I started in the middle. Oh, this is gorgeous. This, oh my god, in the camera this looks stunning. This is stitched on 36 count deep impact linen by XJU Designs. I'll show you the whole piece in a minute. And the problem I had was 1/2, it was too sparse for being monochromatic. 2/2, it was just way too crowded and not fun to stitch. And then I reached out to my friend Alex, who has a new name on Instagram, Salex Stitches. And she suggested sulkies, which has a positive and a negative thing. The positive thing is it looks great. The negative thing is now I'm obsessed and I want to have all the colors. Yeah. So if you don't know sulky, they come in spools and you just use them as they come off the spool. They are about 1.5 of the thickness of one strand of DMC. And this is the color 1197. And yeah, and 1/2 is just perfect on 36 count. Perfect. This is so fun to stitch. It doesn't make knots. It doesn't tangle too much. Oh, it stitches itself. This is 2 days of stitching, I think. Yeah, look at it. The snakes and the windmill, and it's just okay. The border was a little boring to stitch, but yeah. And now as of the whole piece is, look at those colors, and they come out very true in the camera. And here you can see my start 1/1 and with the other floss. So yeah, I love this. I love this. Anything else you need to know about that? I don't think so. If I forgot anything, just ask me. Okay, and then I have one more new start for now that I started 2 days ago. I found this pattern on Etsy and purchased it immediately. It's Mary Ann Kittle 1813 by Crow's Feet Stitching, and I posted it in my stories, and my friend Ruth of at countrygirl854 on Instagram reached out that she was loving this, and I asked her if she wanted to do a stitch along with me, and so we are. We started this Thursday the 9th of May. And the thing with that pattern, there are 2 colorways. There's a bright DMC colorway and a muted DMC. And at first I was sure I wanted to do the bright one, but then I did a mock-up of both in Markup RXB and decided to go for the muted one, which is unusual for me. And I'm also kind of doing an unusual fabric color. So let me grab the colors. Those are the colors. And this is the fabric. Ugh. Yeah, a little messy, but not bad. And this is my progress. So this is stitched on 36 count soil by XJU Designs. This was in my Fabric of the Month club in December, I think. And yeah, so what can I say about this? The muted colors on this, when I look at them, one time I think, oh no, they're too soft, and then I look again and I think, oh, it's just so pretty and soft, and I just love it. Yes, they are not, maybe you have to look twice to see it all, but yeah, really liking this. There are some specialty stitches, eyelet stitches in this alphabet and in that border here. And anything else about this I need to say? I'm stitching it 1/2 on the 36 count, as I said, in a muted colorway with CXC threads that are just a tiny bit thicker than DMC, not as thick as the sulky, but just a tiny bit. And yeah, I substituted some of the colors that I didn't have, and also there will be black in it, and I'm going to do dark brown instead. Also, the weird thing, this color, this color, this color, and this color are different browns, and I don't think it shows. I don't think it's necessary, but I got them kitted, so whatever. Yeah. A very unusual color palette for me, but I like it. And I really like the, let's get out the pattern again. It's a little bit soft because this is, I think this is the original piece. Those boxes here. Oh, and I'm going to change the verse, but I don't know yet what this will be. I will probably do that at the end. Yeah. So those are my new starts so far. There will be quite some more in May, but let me show you all the whips I stitched on first. I have 4 whips to show in no particular order. The first one I started on April 13th as a birthday stitch along with my friend Salak's Stitches, and there's also Ruth and Country Girl 854, Sally, Flossie Sews and Grows, and Jen's Fiberweb, I think, joining us with the hashtag Spring Quaker Birthday Sal. I will put it here in case I got that wrong. And I made amazing progress. Don't mind the clips, but I don't know how to show it otherwise. So this is stitched on 36 count linen, hand dyed by me in a light green, exactly as I wanted it. I started in the middle. The basket is almost done, except for the checkerboard on the bottom, but I'm leaving that for Zoom calls because that one is a doozy. Yeah, that checkerboard is intense. Yeah, and then I did the quote and a little bit of tiny things, and I decided to do the letters in the same light green as that tree. They're charted in brown, but I didn't like that. And I'm doing all the Quaker motifs in overdyed greens. And I started the first one, and yeah, it's not very variegated so far, but yeah. I got quite a bit done on this, as I said, and loving this. This is stitched 2/2 on 36 count, which isn't completely ideal, but it's fine. It's way easier to stitch than the Days of Christmas. I have no idea why. Yeah, no idea. No idea, but this for a reason is sometimes a little bit tight, but not hard to stitch. It's a joy to stitch on, actually, so yeah. Don't know. The next one I made some progress on is Tong Uffindel by Hands Across the Sea. This beauty right here. And this one is in this project folder I made, and that's my progress. So originally my goal was to get the whole top border done. This is the middle and this is one corner, so I have half of the top border done, and yeah, I need a break. This is so pretty. Can you see? Yeah. I'm stitching this with the Azur. Every time I'm butchering this. Silks 1/2 on 46 count linen by Fiber on a Whim, and also every time I forget what kind of fabric this is. The other one was Milk and Honey. This is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And I've said this before, but the silks are just a tiny bit thick for the 46. I should have gone with the 1000 Freeze, but I didn't know better. It's fine. It looks great. It's just slow stitching. And I mean, it has been a lot of stitches anyways, because it's tiny. I just cannot do the whole top border now. I need a break, which is fine. Okay, then next whip. I worked on my Temperature Moon stitch by Climbing Goat Designs. I got the April part finished and May started. Yeah, so that's that one. You have seen, if you've been here before, you have seen this regularly this year. And here is the beginning of May. This is on 28 count Galaxy Linen by XJU Designs. It's a gorgeous blue and stitched with CXC threads 2/2. Okie dokie, and last whip. We are quite quick with whips, but you have seen almost all of them before. The next one is No Time Like the Present by Modern Frog Embroidery, the 2024 stitch along. Yeah, that's my progress so far. I'm not important, the stitching is important. This is stitched on 32 count Lucan by Zweigart, 2/2 with DMC 838 and 840. And I got the April part completely done, and what you see, the strip on the bottom is the May part started. Yeah. Oh, this is stunning. I love this. This is easy to stitch. This is quick to stitch. And I love the fabric. I think I say this every month. But yeah. So yeah. This is all my projects that I stitched on in the last few weeks. I got a lot of stitching done. Most days I got more than 1,000 stitches in. There were a few that I didn't, but as I said, it was intense stitching. And I'm very motivated to start a lot of things in May. So let's get on to plans now. This month I decided not to draw a whip from my whip wheels because I'm doing Mania and a lot of new starts. So yeah, there will be quite some whips to add to those wheels when the month is over, but that's fine. What I will do is continue on my May section of No Time Like the Present, because I want to keep on track with that, and also keep on adding to the temperature stitch, because if I don't do it regularly I think I could get overwhelmed with that. Other than that, no plans for whips or anything right now, but I have some more new starts planned. So on Monday I have the calendar here with infos, just if you're curious. Monday, May 13th, I will be starting a stitch along of the new Witchy Stitcher pattern, Leave Me Alone. Leave Me Alone, I'm cross stitching. I saw this on Instagram and went to her Patreon so quick. And this is her new Patreon chart. You can get it there. It's amazing. I posted this in my stories, and then Alex Stitches again said, hey, you know, there will be a stitch along starting for this. So on Monday I will be starting this together with Alex and Erin of Hathaway Stitchers, and Elizabeth Savory Sewing is joining as well. I don't know if anyone else will be. If you're starting this, please let me know. Yeah, I think I just have to finish kitting that up, but I'm doing the called for colors for this, so you will see this in my next video. Then also already planned, again with Salex and Erin of the Halfway Stitches, on May 18th we will be starting Stitches RSVP by Alicia Paulson, Posy Designs. This is so cute. I have not kitted this yet. Maybe I will just do some over dyes. Maybe I will change the cat to Mario's colors, so a taxi cat. Haven't decided there yet. Yeah, so still have to figure that one out. And then another planned start is on May 24th, Friday. I will be starting another stitch along with Fanny of Cross Stitch Couture and Alex. Again, Salex Stitches. Now I have to look if that's the right Instagram name of Fanny. Fanny, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Cross Stitch Couture. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my brain there. We will be starting a garden sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. Fanny has been talking about that on her last Flosstube, the Soul Stitchers, together with Marion. And I immediately said, hey, I want to join your sale, please. And they were so nice and let me join. This is the pattern. It is stunning. And I am going to stitch it with Sulky's, my new obsession, on this 32 count Murano. It's actually vintage country wood that is very mottled, but I'm using the back side, which is a nice, what is this, beigey, mauvey, pinky color. And the Sulkies I picked are, how can I show this to you? Those. This is hard to show. Like that. So this one is a variegated. I don't know if it will work. I will try. If not, I will just choose a similar color that's not variegated. Yeah. So that's that one. This is 3 more new starts planned for May that are all stitch alongs. But who's gonna stop there? I mean, me? No. So the way I am justifying this to myself, kind of, not that I have to, but I want to stitch all of those anyway. I can basically kit them up from stash anyway. So does it really matter if they are kits or whips? No. A few more I might throw in somewhere in May are, I don't know where that last clip ended because my camera told me she was too hot. She needed to cool down a little bit. So yeah, let's see. I think I was talking about other new starts, and especially this one, Autumn Night Garden by Tiny Modernist. This was for November Patreon chart. I don't think it's available right now. She will probably release that in October. No, October, by October. in the autumn. And I need your input on this, please. So those are the colors. I think I had to change 1 or 2 to similar ones because I didn't have them. And what fabric would you use? So I have 2 options. The first option is a 32 count black, which is basically like the call for, and yeah, of course they will pop. But then also I have this 36 count Mirage by Picture This Plus, and I could stitch 1/2 on that one. Do you think this will be too light? Which one would you choose? I don't know, I've never stitched on black before, so yeah. Any input would be great on this. I have both fabrics in the project bag for now to decide later. Then, are we done yet? No. The next one, let's get them up here. So I was watching the latest Flosstube of Marjorie made, and she started a Carolyn Manning piece, I think on 32 count, but 1/1. And wow, this is gorgeous and small and tiny and cute. And I have Athena by Carolyn Manning that I started last year, but measured out the fabric wrong, so I have to restart this. And I was inspired by Marjorie, and my plan is to use that cut off of 27 count Vintage Country Mocha Linda even weave. Those are the colors, and do it 1/1 on 27 count. Is it crazy? Maybe. I will try. And I should have more than enough for 1/1. Yeah, and it fits with the Manning May, and I still have all the colors kitted from when I had to stop this because apparently I cannot measure. So yeah, that's it. Then another new start. This one isn't set in stone yet, but I might start this. I have some of the DMC pulled, no fabric yet, and I have to order some more DMC. Is Scissor Sampler by Tannin Emblem. This is stunning and gorgeous. A lot of colors in there. A lot of colors. I haven't counted them, but all DMC. Then another option. Will I start all of them? Not necessarily, maybe, I don't know. I will put up a picture here because I think my print is not too good. This is Cat Garden by, now I'm blanking, Una Buena Piezza on Etsy. I saw this, I didn't think I saw this, I think on my Zoom someone talked about this, and I know that Marion that does the Flosstube that does the Flosstube videos with Fanny, is stitching this, and it's so cute. And I mean, I think this will take me forever, but I'm a cat lover, so I have to start this. Also, I have some DMC in here already, but there are some missing still. And then I also got this, and just a few weeks back. This is by Nara X Stitch on Etsy. It is called Calendar Month Village. So yeah, and for this one I plan to use sulkies. I got them all in the bag because I don't know how to show them to you. And I will probably use this 36 count Dirty Blue Sky by XJU Designs. Or maybe I will use Light Taupe by Zweigart that I want to order this weekend because I have heard a lot of people talk about it. So yeah, that's not set in stone yet, but a possibility. Okay, and now I'm overwhelmed with all those projects and all the bags around me, and yeah. As I said, I'm just going to start whatever I want in May and see where that leaves me. And yeah, if I want to start all of those, that's fine. If I don't want to start them, that's fine as well. Yeah, I will also probably start my Smalls Exchange project that I'm going to stitch for Big Stitch in July, but I haven't fully finalized what I'm going to do for that yet. Still have to figure that out. I have something in mind, but I will talk about it when I know for sure. So yeah, that's it for plans, I guess. And I have some haul to show you. I have threads, I have some more like crafty things and some sewing fabrics if you're interested. If you are not interested in that, from now on it's basically haul and then some live updates, I guess. So if you don't want to watch that, thank you so much for being here and for watching me. But if you want to maybe keep on stitching and keep on watching me, I will grab that stuff now and show you. The first piece of haul is very exciting and a little extravagant, probably. I bought the sulky box. There are 104 colors of the Cotton Petite 12 weight, I think they're called, in there. There are some missing already because I kitted up some projects. Oh, look at it, it's stunning. Yeah. I am very, very happy with this I also got a big spool of black and white when I ordered this. So I have all the sulkies now I could need. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. That's all your fault, Alex. Yes, and I'm happy about it. Okay, now on to some fabrics I want to show you. So not cross-stitch fabrics. I was gone for 3 weeks, and on a weekend day I was in a fabric shop and I got some fabrics because this is like a fabric discount. So you get fabrics for a very good deal there. First, it's not even project bag related, but it's a corduroy. Is it called corduroy fabric? I want to make a skirt out of this, and this was in the cut off pile, and I think there's 1.5 meters on there. Yeah, and it was €7. So it's like a dark brown rust color with flowers on there. So yeah, that's the first fabric that goes into my fabric stash. That's already too large, but I couldn't pass up this good deal, I guess. I have 2 more fabrics for clothes sewing that I haven't done in a while, but this is a rayon fabric. I want with some gold flags. I have no idea if they come across on camera. And I want to make a blouse or top out of it. And then this was also an offcut, 2 offcuts. I also want to do a top thing, haven't decided yet. Okay, and so that I don't make this too long, my camera is protesting again. The next fabrics I got mainly for project bags, quilting stuff. This one, then I have, oops, this one. This is so sweet with the air balloons. Look at it, very cute. Then this one, cats. A lot of threads, tangly threads here. Isn't this cute? And then I got 2 that are a little more lightly colored for accent fabrics. This one and this ginkgo one. And then last but not least, this was also offcut. I have a lot of this, but the colors are stunning. Is this autumny pumpkin, prunes, whatever. Yeah. So that's my fabric haul. Oh, and they had free trims. I have no idea why. And I got this piece, and I thought maybe I can use this for finishing. It's dark green. Yeah, it was free, so I grabbed it. And then in the town I was staying, there was a big craft store. I've never seen a craft store that big, and I got some stuff from there. First I saw some embroidery hoops. They were really well priced, I think. And so I got 2 of that size and 2 smaller ones, not for stitching in them, but for finishing. There's another smaller one. Then they had those, I think, laser cut, and they were just over €1 a piece. This one and this one, I thought also for finishing smalls they would be quite nice. Then what do I have again? I have some very colorful pom-poms and little more muted pom-poms, just also for finishing stuff or adding to stitched pieces. And we're almost done. I got those cardstock scrapbooking paper. Also maybe for adding for finishes or making floss drops. Yeah. And a craft punch to make floss drops. And then I saw this and I don't, do I need all of this? No, but this one is a big jar of leftover beads. It was very reasonably priced, and I will just put it up there as decoration, but also I thought maybe making some scissor fobs or zipper pulls to give away at retreats and stuff. So I can use this very well. There's a lot of stuff in there, and yeah, this is my haul. As I said, I also plan to order a little some stuff this weekend. I need some DMC for projects I'm planning. I want to try that light top Zweigart I heard so much about, and yeah, that's what I'm going to order this weekend. That's it, cross stitch wise. I won't do a separate shout out section this time because I have already mentioned quite a lot of Flosstubers and Instagrammers beforehand, so all of them will be linked down below. This time, instead of rambling for my outro, I will tell a little bit about my last weeks. So I didn't film after 2 weeks because if you watched my last video, I told you that I would be gone for 3 weeks for physical therapy rehab. I was in rehab center about 2 hours drive away from where I live. And I stayed there for 3 weeks. I had a wonderful room all to myself. I had to share the bathroom and the toilet, but yeah, as long as I can sleep on my own and not have someone snoring next to me, that's more than okay. And I had a lot of therapies there, a lot of opportunities to take walks. They had a warm thermal pool there. 3 meals a day, not having to cook. I didn't have to change my bed sheets and clean my room. All of that was provided there, which it was really, really amazing, very relaxing, and I managed to be pain-free for more than 2 weeks, so that's bonus. Yeah, I came back last Wednesday. It's Saturday today, and I had a little bit of a reality shock going back, I guess. I was just overwhelmed and didn't know what to do with myself once I came home. But now I'm settling back into my home life, I guess, and very happy to be back with my cat and my husband, of course, as well. Yeah, so that's what happened the last 3 weeks. We had a wonderful few days now. It's very sunny outside. Spring is really here. Also very changing weather, because when I came home on Wednesday it was raining the whole day. That was also not helping my mood on Wednesday, but yeah. I've been back to work yesterday for 1 day before the weekend. It was a really slow day, which was nice to get back into. But yeah, next week we'll be really back to work. I have a work trip coming up on Thursday, so we'll be gone 1 night, but yeah, not too long this time. And then I will only be here for 3 weeks and then be on vacation for 10 days. So yeah. May is a doozy, and yeah, that's it. I think it's not too much. So my cat, maybe update on my cat. My husband was caring for my cat and my cat was caring for my husband while I was gone. They did wonderfully, but with he, I mean my cat, I mean my husband as well, but especially Mario was really happy to see me back, and I think he missed me. I really think so. So yeah, also while I was gone, I had 2 Zoom meetings with a bunch of friends. Thank you so much for everyone who was there and kept me company. It was really lovely, and I got to meet Sally from Flossie's Sews and Grows for the first time on that Zoom, and found out that she will be at Big Stitch as well. I'm so happy that I will know someone there. And yeah, I think that's it. Now it's Saturday, 12 o'clock noon. We have sirens on in the background again. I don't know if you can hear it. I think I have talked about it a little bit before. Yeah, other than that, what else? So I am feeling so much better now that I had those 3 weeks to myself. Also, I was struggling with going up the stairs or going for long hikes because I had COVID more than a year ago, and I had problems with breathing and stuff for quite some time. But when I was in the therapy, my room was on the 4th floor, and I took the stairs almost every time, and it's so much better now. I can go up 4 flights of stairs without needing oxygen. No, not that I needed it before, but it felt like I would. We went on a hike on Thursday, and it went very smoothly. We did 300 meters elevation up in one go, and it was fine, which I couldn't do before. Now I just have to keep up all the things they told me I should do, which could get interesting while working and being in your routine. But yeah, I just have to make that a priority, I guess, and I'm playing with some sticky paper there. Sorry if that distracted you. Yeah, I think that's basically it. I will now get outside into the wonderful weekend weather, maybe get something done in our garden, play with Mario, who is now very cute and sleeping back there. I will see if I can take a picture and put it up here. I don't know if I can manage it before it gets up. And try to edit this video and see how long it will be, and see how long it will take YouTube to upload it, because long videos take forever to upload. I will be back in about 2 weeks, I guess, and before I go on vacation. So yeah, I think it will be about 2 weeks, and yeah, that's it, I guess. For now, thank you so much. If you oh, one more thing, sorry. The giveaway from last time, everyone that won has reached out to me, but I'm so sorry I haven't managed to send them out to you yet. I wasn't able to reach a post office in time while I was away on therapy, because I had plans the whole day, and the post office isn't open on Saturdays. And I will pack all of them up and get them to the post office next week. So just so you know. Yeah, now that's it for real. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you sticked around through my rambly life update, thank you. And yeah, let me know, are you doing Mania? Do you think Mania is crazy? What are you stitching on? Yeah, leave me a comment, like my video if you liked it, and have a nice weekend. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!